Eagles' defense isn't vastly different and doesn't improve, Jonathan Gannon may be gone after this year. If this defense goes out and kills it, Jonathan Gannon may be gone after this year. Dallas still stinks. You're by the way, King Dingbat here, and what do you know? We are out of the gate running. Day 2 of training camp, first day of practice, and we've hit the ground running today on this channel because we got a lot going on. Now, my biggest concern for the Philadelphia Eagles, my number one question mark going into the season is not Jalen Hurts. It is Jonathan Gannon. And no matter what happens, we could be looking for another defensive coordinator by the end of the year. Now, we're going to get into it in a second, but if you like the channel, if you like the content, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure, more importantly, you subscribe for multiple daily videos. You don't want to miss it. And if you've been subscribed for a while, you know the deal. Just double moonwalk check and make sure we're good to go because things are getting crazy, okay? Now, before I get into all the Jonathan Gannon things, there are a few things that I want to talk about regarding today at practice and regarding DeVonta Smith, okay? First thing, I thought this was an interesting set of tweets here that I wanted to talk about. Mike Garofalo said, final thoughts from Pound Eagles, pound, not hashtag. It's always pound, not hashtag. Day 1, plenty of positive vibes surrounding linebacker Nakobe Dean. Smart player, all business since he arrived. The team was never overly concerned with the pre-draft medicals. Considered him in the second round. Intriguing player to watch. And the Dallas Cowboys wanted him, but they can't have him. You stink. Okay? Now, Nakobe Dean, I didn't hear a lot about practice today and stuff with his name. But he's all business. He's smart. He's ready to go. And I want to see if he can possibly win the starting linebacker job at some point this season. I don't know. You know, I feel like, and I've been saying this all day, I feel kind of bad because I feel like I've been sleeping on TJ Edwards this all season. And I shouldn't, because when he signed as an undrafted free agent, like I said, this guy's going to make the team. For a couple years, I've been talking up TJ Edwards. And it is just finally nice to sit back and be like, we got linebackers. I'm not waking up in the middle of the night like, we need linebackers. You know, like Mark Holmes wake up every morning. We got no offense. Oh, it's December. It's Cowboys choke season. I'm sorry. I crack myself up sometimes. Cowboys choke season is like the greatest time of the year. And it's like a religion. Those people wake up in December and they know their time is done. But I'm getting off topic here, okay? We have plenty of time to bash the Cowboys. But Nakobe Dean, he's coming in. He's impressing so far. I bet you they're realizing how smart he is, how motivated he is, and that he's healthy. That the whole reports of him and his medicals, somebody set that guy up. I'm a conspiracy theorist. There's no doubt in my mind. Somebody set up Nakobe Dean. It just, I believe it. There's no way he should have fell to the third round. But it's interesting. Here's Ian Rappaport kind of responded to the Garofalo tweet. He said, more Pound Eagles thoughts. Hurts was mostly sharp as he was all spring. As he was all spring, mostly sharp. Interesting, because the last few weeks we haven't heard that. But we talked about Hurts earlier today. Wide receiver Jalen Beast Reagor arrived in great shape. He arrived in great shape. I'm getting a Jalen Reagor jersey. I believe he's the man. He's going to go off this year. Okay, I'm over-exaggerating. I'm just in a good mood. But it's nice that Reagor is in good shape, ready to go. I really hope mentally everything is straightened out and he's motivated. I've said this about Reagor, and I'm going to say it again. He has the talent to play in this league from a physical standpoint. He can play. But if you watch him sometimes, it looks like he's overthinking too much, and it slows him down. When Reagor just has to react, when he just has to go, because there's no time to think about what's going on, very positive yards. So, hey, he had a good day today, and let's see if he can build on it. Not going to put a ton of stock into it in that they don't even have pads on yet, People keep asking me, well, what about the defensive line? Were they getting pressure on the quarterback and stuff? They're not even in pads yet. I don't even worry about the line when they're not in pads, man. And even then, you can't, sack the quarterback. One description of A.J. Brown, a massive running back after the catch. Very true. Totally agree with that. Physicality has impressed. That's great. I think A.J. Brown and my man DeVonta Smith are the perfect combination. Big, fast, physical wide receiver. A thinner, smaller, but faster, great route runner wide receiver. To who I think, by the way, is going to lead the team in receptions and receiving yards. A.J. Brown will have more touchdowns than him. And a lot of it is due to A.J. Brown and what he's going to require the defenses to worry about. But I think DeVonta Smith's a stud. I said it all along. I'm going to say it again. DeVonta Smith was a stud when he was in Alabama. He's a stud when they drafted him. And if the Eagles would have thrown to him more and he wasn't the 37th wide receiver targeted in terms of total targets in the league, he would have had 1,200 yards. Okay? The other thing that we should talk about with DeVonta Smith is, did you see this picture? Right? A lot of people are talking about it. I don't know how much weight he's gained, but somebody needs to ask him if he put on any weight this offseason. And from the picture here, it looks like he did. It looked like he put on a good 10 to 15 pounds. But somebody needs to ask him. And if somebody out there knows the answer to that, let me know, because I haven't heard either way. But he looks good, man. And then, here we go. Gannon's D should take a big step in year 2. And this is what's been on my mind today. Okay? Jonathan Gannon. If you remember last year, Jonathan Gannon, okay, he almost got a head coaching job with Houston. His name was out there. He was a hot name coming up for head coaching job, okay? A lot of teams thought he did a great job. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I wasn't, I wasn't that impressed. But then again, he didn't really have a lot of personnel. This year, he's got personnel to fit what he wants to do more. So, hopefully, they're going to have a lot more success. But I think Jonathan Gannon is the number one question going into this season. Is he a coach that will now all of a sudden put his guys in a position to win? Will he get to the quarterbacks? You can't have Derek Carr, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady. I know these are good names, but they can't be throwing 85% against you and more. You have to do something about it. This team has to be able to get to the quarterback. They've got to get to the quarterback. Not just in terms of total sacks, but you got to knock these quarterbacks around. There's no reason I should look at Justin Herbert with clean pants, clean jersey, Derek Carr, clean jersey, where these guys look like nobody's touched them all day. Can't happen. You have to improve. You have to improve the defense. And if you don't, and this defense struggles, I think Jonathan Gannon's going to get fired. I think he's going to get fired. I think he's on a hot seat because the Eagles went out and got him players. There's no reason why his defense shouldn't be much improved. Now, here's the other side of that argument. What if he does a great job? What if he goes out and the defense is top 5 to 10, and they're playing good, and they're getting to the quarterback, and the secondary is fantastic. Linebackers are great, and they're doing everything that he wants to do, that he complained himself, which he did. He said he didn't have the personnel to do all the things he wanted to do. What if they do? And what if they're really good? Well, guess what? The chances that Jonathan Gannon are going to be in Philly are slim. Why? Because he's already a hot name for a coach last year. Most likely somebody's going to give him a coach. So if he stinks, he'll get fired and we'll look for another defensive coordinator. If he's great, he'll get hired and we'll be looking for another defensive coordinator. So either way, we're going to be looking for another defensive coordinator, I predict, after this year. Is he going to be just good enough to not get that head coaching job? I don't know. It's kind of a hard place to be in. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting. But I was thinking about Jonathan Gannon. I'm thinking, if he stinks, I think they'll fire him after the year. If he's good, he'll probably get a head coaching job. He'll be going either way, so we'll be looking for a defensive coordinator. Now, I'm not going to get in who they should hire as a defensive coordinator right now. I don't know. I have no idea. I know there are certain styles that I like. I like Jim Johnson, Buddy Ryan, tight defenses that believe you have to blitz to get to the quarterback. I like what Buffalo does. I even like what Arizona does. There are teams I like. I like the teams. I like the defenses that have the highest blitz percentage. I just do. That's kind of style I like. I believe that that's what works in the NFL because the NFL is so geared towards offense. It's so geared to protect offensive players and to protect the quarterback and to go out and make sure that they have every opportunity to put points on the board because NFL likes points. I think the one neutralizer for defense is you got to get to the quarterback. That's why I'm a big believer in the blitz. But either way, if he's good, he could be gone. If he's bad, he could be gone. There's a real possibility that even though Jonathan Gannon is my number one guy and biggest question mark going into this season, either way, he could be gone after the year. So we're going to see what happens. But that's what makes this season so exciting. With that said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. It's how we vision. We're all just living in it. Okay, so I think I figured out why the Dallas Cowboys can never get back to the Super Bowl and win it. I figured it out, right? They had their run in the 90s, and then it was time to rebuild a little bit, but they've never been able to do anything since. They have stunk. They haven't sniffed the NFC Championship game, and it's been horrible. And now you have all these little young Dallas Cowboys chicken sacrificers out there never sniffed a Super Bowl, but want to tell us about 5 rings. I think the Cowboys cursed themselves. When they started going out to Oxnard, California for training camp, it was over. Because when they go to California, they think they're going to vacation. They think they're on vacation, having a good time out in California. Instead of being in that hot heat in Texas, training and practicing and jumping over rattlesnakes or whatever the hell's out there in Texas, they decided to go to California and practice and jump over bed, dirty needles, and homeless people and whatever else. They think they're on vacation. That's why the Cowboys can't win. As long as they go to California for training camp, they will lose. They will lose. I said this in 2016. Cowboys have a curse and they would not win in 25 years, the Philly 500 curse. Now I believe that curse is due because they go out to California every year for training camp. They think it's vacation when it's work. Denzel Washington out.